Hey, hello there my friends, welcome back to RJB. If you were tonight, I've got a special menu prepared for you. It's some light and nutritious hamburger meals. Just for you. Hope you're gonna enjoy it. It should be hearty, it should have all the nutritional needs that you need in your fastest map, StarCraft life. Light against Burgersasu. Light here on the top corner of the map. He's on the name N, barcode N, barcode N, and more barcodes. All in one name. That's a lot of barcodes in a single name. A lot of barcodes in a single name. Let me just check up on the sound settings real quick, because I'm always fighting with those sound settings. I think this should be perfectly fine like this. I think this should be perfectly fine. Let's get the mic a little bit closer to my mouth, because that also kind of helps with how loud I am in the video itself. So we've got Burgersasu on the orange Protoss bottom of the map, and light is right here. Now a little warning before we get any deeper into this mess. I might have cast this before, but this replay is from 2019. I've had this replay for a very long time, and the replay following this as well, had them for a very long time, but I probably cast them really long ago, and I feel that perhaps it might be time to do at least this one replay, or these couple of replays again, because some of the old replays with big names like Light, they are very good, highly enjoyable, and it also kind of attracts more people to have big names like Light in the title. It just is better than if I were to, for example, just do a newer name that is hardly known. But I am planning on getting into mostly much newer content in the following weeks. Although I've done some pretty recently, Baku against Brain, San Francisco, and we've had Burgersasu in there as well. We've had a lot of Brain in 458 as well, so I've done a lot of very recent replays from 2023 and the end of 2022 over the past couple of weeks. So I don't go back to the old replays that much anymore. That aside, we have Burgersasu going for Nexus, Forge, Choke, and Gateway Cannons in a choke. As if they're trying to get some kills, but the probes there won't let that happen. They are brothers in arms, working hard to acquire that gold, that dough, to get money into the bank. They're working hard to support this big Protoss family. So there's one SCV that's trying to throw a wrench into it by, hurting a probe for no good reason. Tries to escape, and he dies trying to escape. Light little miscalculation there, which now means that he's no longer getting any information on what's happening in Burgersasu's base. Should have just kept running in circles, but something went wrong right there for sure. Went for double command center there in the back. Excuse me. Double command center there in the back. That's gonna be giving him quite an economic boost. And he's doing this because he knows that Burgersasu has pretty much nothing that can harm him or attack him. He's got 2 Marines in the front, 2 more joining up. This one single Zealot will never ever get through there. The Marines will be able to block and stop that Zealot from getting into the hot zone of Light's base. So very fast Cybercore, very fast robotics. Yeah, both players are just advancing their respective build orders without much trouble or intervention or annoyances from their opponents. Not a lot of, disrupting going on. Just a very peaceful time that we're currently in on the fastest map. A very peaceful, tranquil time where trouble is not yet on the horizon. Although that Zealot there, though, that might actually get in. Because the probe there distracts. Zealot tries to march in, but there's a couple more Marines in the back. Might try to block it physically. Nope. Oh, it goes down. It does not get in. So he sees a choke. There's a supply depot, a bunker. Not a whole lot there yet. We have a factory not yet on the way for Light. His factory is coming out very, very late. But he should soon get it, as he's going to hit 100 gas. He's building level 1 attack first, actually, and then he's going to get the factory. SV there already being put into position. 1 gateway there in the front to make it hard to hit those cannons. 2nd robot there on the way. We have a Citadel of Dune and a support bay there being built. He's getting Zealot speed, getting 2 more gateways, and he's going to build Zealots with those 2 more gateways to get a pretty good Zealot army to probably go for a frontal attack. That is the tradition of this build order. You attack the front with 2 Reavers and some Zealots with speedy lags. He's getting level 1 attack as well. It won't exactly finish up at the exact same time, but I think he's going to try to get his Zealots here by the time level 1 attack finishes up. But I feel like he's a little bit off with that timing. A little bit off, and he'll arrive there a little bit too soon and probably attack without level 1 weapons finished. The Reaver there are going to get picked up into the shuttle and going to get flown over across this section right here. He's going to attack the front. Light has a pretty small army because he cut marine production for quite a long time, had only 2 barracks for a long time, and his factory is in fact a little bit slow. So defending against the Reaver might be quite difficult because he's only just now getting a machine shop and a starport there now on the way. He's going to be double starport. It's going to be a Wraith defense, but the Reaver's already finished up, so the Wraiths won't be there in time to snipe the shuttle out of the air. So the attack is going to happen, and it might just hurt him quite a bit. Although I do have to add, I thought he was going to go for Zealot. His Zealot speed is finished up, actually. So he's going to go run into the front. There's a bunker with 4 Marines. Zealots arriving on the scene. This is actually a smaller attack than what we usually see. It's 8 Zealots in total. Usually it's about 9 to 12. But the 2 Reavers are very strong. And choke here from Light is very weak. So that's going to get broken down, getting supply blocked. But Marines coming from the back to the front, splitting them up very nicely. Going to try to snipe those Reavers. The micro here is so good. He's going in right after the Scarab shot and leaves as the Scarabs are going to be coming out. Very good control from Light. Did not expect anything less. But this attack from Burgersasu is very strong. This is a devastating attack. This is the amount of damage that you're dreaming of when you're at... Oh, great scan. And the High Ground snipes the shuttle with the scan. That's beautiful. Now the Zealots are locked into a top corner with nowhere left to go. Actually, I think I recently casted this replay. It looks very familiar. I think I've very recently casted this replay. That situation with the scan on the high ground looked very, very familiar. A little bit too familiar. Goes in with the attack yet again. Forced to run away. Let me just very quickly check. I'm just gonna very quickly check whether I did this or not after this fight ends, because this fight is looking beautiful so far. Light has managed to survive with very little units remaining. The attack's still going strong. More Zealots coming from the base. He's adding on more gateways to beefing up the attacks. And he's getting more robos as well. There's a lot of robos, a lot of gateways all coming out at the same time. Ooh, picks up the Reaver shuttle just in time. Beautiful micro display here from both players, actually. The Reaver is somehow still alive. Holy cow, look at the amount of damage and the micro on display. This is supreme Protoss against Terran gaming. Both players really defending with their lives. Well, Light defending with his life on the line, giving it his all, and Burgersasu, that was a beautiful display of raw skill, micro, all honed to perfection. Well, maybe I'm playing it up a little bit too much. That was just really good. That was just really, really good. Now I'm going to quickly check up on whether I have cast this before, just recently. Like, I know I've cast this a long time ago, but I might have done it recently as well. This looks very familiar, very, very familiar. Very, very familiar. Actually, I'm looking through the game list, and I'm not really seeing anything that would indicate I've done this very recently. There's just nothing showing up that would imply that I have. You're going for a very big drop of doom, basically. This is what I call a drop of doom. Gonna try to do some really big amounts of damage in one big frightening hit. I don't think I've done this before. Very surprising to me, because the situation right there looked very familiar, but when I'm looking on my channel, I'm not finding anything that looks like, you know, these two spawns. So I'm very surprised that it looks so familiar, but that I haven't done it before. I'm very surprised. Very surprised. So he comes in over the top left of Light's base. Light has all of his units slightly out of position, but stims right in. I thought he was going to go for the command center, but he doesn't go for the command center. He's unloading on the top corner, and guess what? The tanks are in the back, not on the top corner. The top corner is going to get completely ass blasted to smithereens. Nothing will remain. All of these armories are getting taken down. Supply depots are next. The Archons and Zealots, though, they ran into Marines. They did get taken down. Tanks are sieging up around that corner. Raids are coming in to finish off those Reavers. And another big drop there over the bottom corner, ready to snake in, while the top side is being assaulted brutally without mercy. That was a lot of damage. Now it comes over the bottom side. Marines are stimming, relocating very quickly. Raids are trailing right behind. SVs running to safety at the last possible moment. But that's a great triple storm. Goes from about 70 to 40 SCVs as the SCVs got stuck behind the barracks right there. That is disaster. When your units just get stuck, you don't know when it's going to happen, but sometimes they get stuck behind a structure right here in between. They don't know what to do, and he lost a lot of SCVs to that exact same thing. They got stuck. SCVs were tripping out, tripping balls, not sure what to do, panicking. Just don't panic. That's the one rule. Just don't panic, follow the instructions, and run to safety. Run to safety. The safety exit is right there. Just take it. Don't panic. Things will not go as wrong as it is right there. And look at Burgersasu's macro, though. He is building so extremely fast while attacking pretty much all the time. The damage he's done is huge. All over the place. Turrets on the bottom gone. Turrets on the top. Supply depots, armories, SCVs, dead and gone. And a lot of Marines have paid their lives to protect. They've given their lives to protect, but he comes in over the front, the loading behind that wall. That wall is gonna die for sure. There's a lot of Zealots coming in. Only some supply depots and bunkers left to prevent this from happening, and that's not gonna prevent it from happening. Marines from the back there, getting us around, getting in between the bunkers, tanks from the back and move to the front. Zealots are actually gonna die because the raids in the sky do provide enough protection and support to finish off those Zealots. They don't do it very quick though. Not very quick, but they did just enough damage with their small little burst lasers against those level 1, level 2 attack Zealots. So no armor upgrades there yet. No armor upgrades there yet, but I do think he's gonna get armor upgrades soon. There it is, the armor upgrade. The shield, the weapon, and air upgrade for armor as well. Like a level 1 air attack. Oh, there it is. He's got triple cyber core actually. That's some advanced stuff. Triple cyber core. Fleet beacon are on the way as well, so he's gonna get himself some disruption webs, or maybe he's gonna get himself carriers, or maybe he's just getting the fleet beacon for level 2 attack and armor for air. Because you need a fleet beacon to do exactly that. Raids are going to intercept the shuttles by pure chance because they wanted to kill the probe, and the shuttles fly right in there. But now on the bottom side, the real drop comes in. The distraction has done its job. It's a double drop special on the menu. It starts unloading on the scene. Templars storming, but missing the SCVs. Well, it did kill about 20 though. So, oh, and that one tank shot kills even more. So back to 38. Right back where he was 2 minutes ago. Not having a good time. Definitely not having a good time. So, distraction dropped. Well, actually, he wanted to go in with 2 drops and just split Light's attention, but 1 drop got sniped prematurely, which just gave a clean open path for drop number 2 of the bottom side. And he might try to do the same thing again with a big drop there now on the top. Actually, it's just going to be a single drop goes in. These drops have been very good so far, but raids are on the scene, forced to unload beneath the raids getting stormed, raids running away. Some of them do stay alive, but very low HP. And the tanks sieging up. A lot of tanks situated and located around his SCVs to protect that main command center, to keep his economy safe. But so far, keeping that economy safe has not really, yielded a lot of fruits. He's still alive, still in the game, but he has been hit pretty hard quite some time so far. Capacity upgrade for carriers. Cannons here on the bottom side. Might even get himself some shield batteries for carriers that he might get later on in the game. Drop comes in, Raid's trying to snipe, Templars do unload. Templars getting killed by the tanks instantly. So then he tries to unload Zealots on top of the SCVs, but Light, with some very good SCV control, splits them all up into different directions and prevents his own tanks from killing his own SCVs. His SCV's got to unionize against those tanks, because tanks are apparently the single worst enemy of the hard-working SCV that's just trying to keep the economy afloat. These guys exist because these guys exist, but these guys are not really being thankful about it. They're just hurting those guys and the workers. They just keep hurting the SCVs. That's what I wanted to say. I started tripping up on my words. Drop comes in yet again. So many things happening all at once. Templars on the scene, Templars storming, and Light has a bad SCV pool and loses 22 SCVs again. He's having a really tough time. He's having a really tough time keeping up with those drops coming in over pretty much both the left and the right. Well, the bottom actually, but it's left and the right. Drop again, coming over the bottom side. Cannons being built. These can shoot over the wall. Flies right into the shuttles though, but Light is distracted. Comes in, tries to snipe them though, but not sniping them quick enough. Templar gets killed by the tanks again. So they're running for the SCVs, but gets killed right before he arrives and right before this little bastard can hit those SCVs with a tank shot. So yeah, this is a big base, a lot of production happening. 38 SCVs there for Light. Troubling times, very troubling times. Maybe the most troubling times he's had in quite a while. Maybe some of the most troubling times he's had in quite a while, but his supply is 133. And he's close to getting his SCVs back where he would want them to be. At a good high number, and all on the minerals. He's not mining a lot of gas though, so building more army is quite difficult. He's got 4 command centers though, so that's 12 SCVs per minute being added back onto the economy. So all he has to do is prevent a couple more drops from hitting him right in the face. Burger is currently on 223 upgrades, close to maxing out. The air is on 221, he's getting level 2 attack as we speak. Tanks there from beyond the high ground, killing those cannons beyond the high ground. Gonna put some tanks at the high ground itself as well to, make sure he can kill all of this. Big scans coming out there from Light. Scans the entire base. Sees a lot of stuff. It's gonna be unload on the front. Gonna be an unload on the front. Behind the wall. Big unload. No observers on the scene. The raids might provide a little bit of support. There's only 8 of them, and we have about, well, let's say 24 Zealots and 12 Dragoons breaking through that front door. Units from the back relocating to the front, because that's where the fighting is happening. And this is quite a big fighting force. Tanks on the high ground there, not yet sieged up, but it might have provided enough support to stop this attack. Well, correction, the attack has been stopped, but the damage has been done. A lot of deck structures in the front. The wall is wide open. He's losing even more tanks in the back. Supply now 115. Might even go down lower. Just needs one more shot on that tank. Stays alive on 6 HP. Another wave of Zealots already coming from across the map. Tank has been sieged up. This one will provide a little bit support. He needs tanks right here to really stop these attacks from happening. He's putting them on the high ground as we speak. So he is doing exactly that. More tanks are spawning. He's running towards those tanks on the side and try to clean this out. Try to ignore these. But the damage is just enough to really prevent him from losing too many tanks. Back to 67 SCVs as well. Light might just be weathering the storm. He's trying to build a wall extremely quickly. Extremely quickly. It's not even an accurate wall, but it is a wall nonetheless. Drop comes in. SCVs there are the target. What will happen? They're running to safety, run to the corner, running in all directions, but loses 30 of them again. Make that 40 dead, maybe 50 dead SCVs. Pretty painful stuff again. So frontal attack happens, drop comes in. Burgersasu has been doing these double attacks pretty much all game long, and Light has been getting caught off guard by them pretty much all game long. But it's a wonder, it's a miracle he is still alive. 117 supply, big mass frontal attack with maxed out upgrades, ready to break down that wall yet again. Correction, 223. He's almost maxed out on upgrades. Cells on the high ground, take down those tanks. The defense is now more difficult. One more tank on the high ground right there. This one is gonna be his saving grace. This one is gonna be his saving grace. 5 kills already. Another wave coming out across the map. Getting a Stargate proxy base for carriers, just in case, because you never know. Light might just, win this game. It's unlikely that he will win the game from this situation onwards, but he might just still win the game. Light is hanging in there, but the drop, yet again, comes in. No Corsairs to support, but the shuttles do make their way through. One Templar on the scene. It unloaded. Jealous trying to snipe it. Yeah, the High Templar forced to storm on the raids. SCVs do stay alive. Did he lose a couple of them anyway? He's on 33. Did he lose a couple of them anyway? I thought he had a couple more than 33. Anyway, Light is in some dire trouble. Stasis on the way there for Burgersasu, getting the last couple of upgrades for ground and air, getting those armors and shields and weapons up to level 3. Whereas Light, under all of this sieging, is on 1-2, but very soon will be on air upgrades as well. 2-2 for air, so he's getting both upgrades at the same time for ground and air, despite being on a low economy and might not be able to fully utilize those air upgrades. Drop comes in. Yet again, raids are in the front, trying to defend. This drop will go all the way. SCVs are running to safety. It's largely Zealots. Templar Storm comes down, gets 3 of them. Not a big hit, but now he's forcing the SCVs to retreat from the minerals, and that is just enough. Because the economy is already so small that the SCVs just running away and not mining is all the damage he had to do. And look at this top corner, it's getting blown to bits, torn to stretch. He's breaking the house down. The walls are being broken open. Comes in again, same corner. Valkyries and Vraids trying to snipe, but the air upgrades are so strong that they do stay alive, and storms them yet again, and that should be a situation where I would call GG with 14 SCVs alive, supply at an all-time low. 83 Light simply could not keep up with this very heavy and strong, abusive Protoss style of very well controlled drops. Very quick playstyle from Burgersasu. Very quick playstyle from Burgersasu. Another drop already coming in. This is very much like how 458 usually plays this Protoss against Terran, but Burgersasu has pretty much the exact same set of skills. Comes in again. Templars on the scene. It's time to put the last nail into the coffin. Light calls GG. Burgersasu is our victor. After 23 minutes and 29 seconds, he claims the W, which now means we're going to go to game number 2. Because we have more games today than just one. I was thinking about splitting this up into 2 videos, but right now, I kind of just want to do one more replay. I'm kind of hyped. I'm kind of excited about this. That replay really lit a fire in my heart. And when that fire is burning, I just gotta keep on going. I can't stop. Maybe I should stop, but I can't. So let's go into game number 2 and enjoy ourselves a little bit more StarCraft with a little bit of a race switcheroo. We're swapping races. We're becoming Terran against Zerg. Light on the Zerg. Bottom left of the map. Light has a very good Zerg. He's really good at every single race. Let's put it like that. He's good on every single race. He has played Protoss professionally. He's known for his Terran professionally. And he's kind of just played Zerg for fun on the side. And his Zerg, I've seen it sometimes. It's maybe not the most micro-intense Zerg. Maybe not the fastest Zerg. But it is definitely one of the smartest, knowledgeable Zergs I've seen in my life. Light is a great Zerg player. So he does a little gas trick to get a little bit more, one more drone in his drone stack. Not sure if it's worth it on fastest map when you're playing 1v1 Zerg against Terran, because it does slow down your pool and your hatchery. It slows it all down a little bit, and in my experience in 1v1 Zerg against Terran, timings are of the utmost importance. You do not want to be late with anything, because then you will die, specifically at this very high level of 1v1 on fastest map. Zerg overall generally has a difficult time surviving against both Protoss and Terran. It's a little bit easier against Terran, I would argue, but the statistics are not looking very good. So Light has an uphill battle ahead of him. Pool coming down is a non-choke Zerg, the Zerg that I absolutely love to watch, because this means we're going to see a lot of very good, cool micro, very precise timings and setups. And Burgersasu is being a little bit cheap. He's cutting corners with his scouting. He's looking for a hatchery in the choke. But surprise, there is no hatchery in the choke. That's the joke. There is no hatchery in the choke. That is going to give Light more time to comfortably build up without Marines moving around his base, trying to kill and attack something that is not protected by a sunken. I mean, he's going the wrong way. Now he's scouting the entire base. He's looking for creep, but he's not finding any creep. Where is the creep? He's looking for it. He's hunting for it. He's like scratching his head. Where the hell is that bastard? Where is Light? This just goes to show you cannot make a light of your scouting. You gotta be kind of serious about it. You really have to find. I've seen Burgersasu lose games because he scouted just those chokes and then didn't find his enemy. You can see the confusion in Burgersasu's movements on the map. He's scouting bases for the third time. He's already been here twice. And he's going here again. Because he's so confused. Where the hell is Light? Have you seen him? I haven't. Burgersasu is now finally finding our very bright friend. So Hydrax then there in the front, protected by triple sunken. Another sunken there on the side, only 2 hatchery. Very low economy playstyle, but the layer already finished up. Stim is on the way there for Burgersasu. You got double barracks, factory almost finished up. Moving across the map with his medic marine. Range on the way there for the medics and marines. Double gas. And getting his engineering bay. So Burgersasu playing this on a very small amount of units. And I'm gonna very quickly have a sip of my delicious drink, because it's already about half an hour in and my voice needs some hydration. Absolutely delicious. Okay, so what are we looking at? There's a queen's nest coming out. He's going for a very fast hive. Very fast hive. Maybe the fastest hive we will ever see. Ever. Maybe the fastest hive ever built on fastest map. So lurker aspect almost finished up at exactly 5 minutes 2 seconds, and then he's gonna start the lurkers. Then he's gonna save some gas for a hive, he might push on those Marines. The Marines are waiting for support in the air. Got a science facility being built. Starport is finished. Tank on the way. Siege mode about finished. Almost, like 10 more seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and it will be done. He's waiting here in light space to make sure light is not going to push Sunkens to the front or run past with lurkers, because the lurkers are finished up. Burger knows lurkers are on the way. Oh, stimming, burrowing up. One goes down, and the Marines are being pushed away. Moving forward with your lurkers is risky business. You cannot move forward much, not too much, because then the Marines will try to kill it. He's splitting them up. Very good choice to split them up like this, covering as much ground as he possibly can. Vessel on the way, Radiate on the way, Hatcheries on the way, Hive also on the way, and so is the Spire. And despite only having triple hatchery in the back, he already has 35 drones. He's been droning up really hard. And he's relying on the protection of those lurkers to keep these units away from his economy. Because this is going to pretty much kill him if it wasn't for the lurkers. The lurkers are pretty much his last line of defense. Or to be even more accurate, his only line of defense. He's got Sunkens, but they won't do much against this ball of, well, 2 balls of Marines and medics and tanks. Vessel flying across the map. We have the fire mount on the way in the back. Lurkers pushing forward very slowly, spread out very nicely. But the vessel is on the way. And when the vessel arrives, the tanks will slowly crawl forward, siege up, and start killing the lurkers. This is a dangerous game. Light is trying to defend with very, very little. This is dancing on a rope, hanging above a cliff. You fall off, you die. This is gonna be very, very close. Oh, the vessel there might get sniped, stays alive. Marines save the day, but a lot of Marines pay for that one. A lot of Marines go down, kills 2 lurkers. Vessel still there hanging in the back. Scourge is waiting in the back, trying to snipe the vessel as it moves forward. Trying to zone it away, lurkers unburrowing. Sunkens being built in between the lurkers. Lurkers are retreating behind those exact same Sunkens. We have the fighter finished up, Consume still on the way. He's waiting for a radiate. He can't go in. He's trying to go forward. Oh, he's buying as much time as he can. Vessel is retreating. Vessel does not die. Gets hit by a single Scourge, but stays alive. Gets one defiler. Gets a lurker. Radiates on the vessel. Burrows up those drones. They do stay alive. Oh, he's got to consume very quickly. Oh, that was a very close one. He was targeting that defiler and saves the defiler with a Dark Swarm basically on the exact same second it was getting attacked. Very, very close call. Very close call. Now the top getting attacked. He's trying to push forward. Another Dark Swarm comes down. One lurker gets underneath. It almost died. It almost died to the tanks. Like, just 2 shots and that lurker would have been dead as well. So very close. This game is... I cannot say it often enough, but this game is ridiculously close on the edge of light being dead. But every single time he is exactly on time. Another radiate coming down on those drones. They burrow up, stay alive. Scourges on the hunt. Marines moving forward. Lurkers. Oh, the Dark Swarm ends. Very quickly gonna have to throw down a new one. Protect this top side. Moving forward, moving up. Underneath the Dark Swarm. Taking some damage on those lurkers, but they do burrow up as those Zerglings buy him just enough time to set up and try to push those tanks away. This game is so far a work of art. Finds the vessel there as does not kill the vessel. The Marines protecting. These guys, yeah, they know that they have to watch out for each other. Gonna try another radiate on those drones. Hitting the left side, burrowing up just in time. Pushing forward, he is going to bounce Burgersasu out of his base. Another vessel arrives, gonna go straight for the radiate. Straight for the radiate, burrows up just in time, he noticed. Burgersasu has retreated a little bit. Light is pushing forward tiny little steps every single time. The non-stop burrowing has kind of stopped Light from growing any bigger. I mean, he did add on a couple more of those hatcheries, got an Ultralisk cavern as well, getting armor for Ultralisks, getting Carapace for his Ultralisk. He might just go straight for Ultralisks after he is done defending himself. Scourges on the top side against the vessels. Tanks are being spread out very well, very nicely done. Makes it very difficult to move towards those tanks with the lurkers because they have to unburrow and split up all over the place. Which means he needs more Dark Swarms than if the tanks are all on one single spot. Gets another Radiate, burrows up again. And the Marines there overextend, get killed. 6 kills, 1 lurker. So you're back at home in Burgersasu's base. He's got 56 SCVs, he's got 5 factories, 4 starports, 5 starports. So it comes in pairs of 5 for command centers. Yeah, things are looking good for Burgersasu, but supply count almost even. During this time of turmoil, Light has found the time to make another 30 drones and trying to get his economy back on track. Radiate's coming down, gets the kills on the vessels. The fighters are dying. He has no defilers at the moment, not anymore. But he has more or less managed to push Burgersasu out of his base. The pest has been removed. Light is in full control, and we can finally see some light at the end of the tunnel. For Light, there's hope. He has weathered this very difficult, harsh, hard storm. So Burgersasu is waiting for vessels to arrive. He built a couple rounds of dropships and Valkyries. He hasn't really built a big base yet. He's mostly just starting to fully get the engine of his economy rolling right about now. He was so focused on attacking and producing and microing pretty much non-stop for the past 7 minutes that he hasn't really found the time to build a whole lot. This is not a drop. He's trying to scout what is happening in Burgersasu's base. Sending overlords across the map as well for more vision. 2 SCVs there on the bottom corner. Tanks being set up across that hill to get control over the choke point. Scans across the hill to hit those lurkers. Gets double Dark Swarm up to push those tanks right their way and to I can't pronounce the word. Secure the front. Secure the front. That's the word. It's difficult to pronounce secure. I don't know why, but it is just one of those very harsh, difficult words to pronounce, even though it is a simple word, isn't it? Secure is a simple word, but he manages to say it wrong. RJB manages to say the word wrong. Okay, so we have some Valkyries in the air. Supply counts, well, realistically about the same. Like, effectively about the same. Burgersasu's got more, but effectively they have about the same fighting power in their hands at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hatcheries. Looking strong. We have 7 factories, 7 starports. So still playing in pairs of 7. Mulisks in the air trying to find something to kill, but they find Valkyries and turrets and vessels. That is not a fight that they would like to take. They'd rather not fight at. They'd rather not fight into Valkyries. So is this gonna be the Vars? Yes, the Vars it is. Oh no, Radiant gonna come down. Oh wait, no, he's trying to kill the... Oh, great move. Stops the morphing. Going for the drones. Burrowing up just in time. Might lose some of them. Another Radiator on the Mulisk. More Radiates on the Mulisk. Splitting them up. Oh, all those expensive mulists got killed, except for one. But it pretty much is dead. Oh, did he lose the Defiler? Looks like he lost his Defiler as well. Got a new one. Gonna have to get new lurkers in the front very quick. Yeah, Burgersasu is building quite a lead, and we see Light kind of struggling to keep up. Light is struggling to keep up. His APM might just be a little bit too slow compared to Burgersasu, who's playing at 350 and Light is at 190. Another radiate on those drones. He might have to build a couple more spores on his top side to protect from that vessel abuse. Unloading on the right. Zerglings all over the place. Lurker and Defiler walking through their deaths by accident. But the Zerglings have cleared the ground. But now the skies are dying to Valkyrie rockets. Overlords not having a great time. So Light currently supply block at 122. Putting new lurkers into the... Oh, the tanks on the high ground though. Very abusive playstyle. Burgersasu trying to control these walls and going for another radiate on those drones. Just radiates all the time, non-stop coming in. Radiates on those drones. Drones are low HP, but they do burrow up in time. They burrow up in time, but over time, those radiates will keep damaging those drones tiny little bits, and they don't recover their HP fast enough to be back at maximum HP when another round of vessels flies in to radiate them again. Now 81 drones, he's very rich. Light is reaching the point where he might become a little bit too big and rich for Burgersasu to handle. But first, all those tanks on the high ground. We probably need Guardians and Devourers to break free from this very ugly situation. Another radiate from the front coming down. Drones burrowing up just in time. Loses 6 of them though. Losing 6. Vessels do go down. The Filers are dead and gone again. A new one has been built. We currently have upgrades of 1-1. We have upgrades for Burgersasu at 1-1 as well. We have more vessels waiting. He's just producing vessels and sending them in for a radiate. He's never preserving them. He just flies them in, radiates, and they die. And does it again. And again. And again. And he will do it again. And another time. It's just... Oh, this is gonna be a painful one. It's a lot of vessels coming in, very hot, radiated, so hot that they're gonna kill whatever. Oh, that's gonna be a very fast kill. That's 30 drones getting gone, getting even more of them on the way out. He didn't even have time to burrow up. Down to 40 drones, 27 minerals in the bank. He managed to burrow a couple of those drones, but most of them did go down. He had 75. Lost 35. That's a lot of dead drones. The economy is pretty much gone at the moment. It's going to take a while to recover. Luckily, he's got a lot of gas in the bank already, so he doesn't have to worry about mining gas at the moment. He can just rebuild drones for the minerals and kind of get by with the gas he has at the moment. So Guardian is pushing onto those hills. We got more factories coming out from Burgersasu. He's got level 2-2 there for the Goliaths and the tanks. Valkyries are on 1-1. Soon 2-2. Another wave of radiates coming down over the top side. Scourges coming in, trying to snipe as many as they can. Trying to snipe as many as he can. And he gets every single one of them. But there's more. There's even more vessels coming in. Double radiate on both sides. Burrows up just in time. Loses... Well, he lost 4. That's good for Light, losing only 4. And Burger lost like 12 vessels, maybe 13. That's a worthy exchange. At this point, Burgersasu can afford to lose 13 vessels trying to radiate, because he's basically choking Light's economy out. He's choking the light out of his eyes. Drones, very low HP, still alive. Lurkers in the front, protecting as well as they can. Burgersasu can kind of just walk right here into that side. Same here as well. He can split up. He's gonna do exactly that. He's gonna split up. He's gonna walk right through the spines, try to avoid them, and set up on the top corner where now Goliaths are pushing forward. Tanks are gonna set up and try to destroy whatever they can. Valkyries in the air. Light is in more than just a little bit of trouble. He's just... This is such an abusive Terran playstyle. This is pure abuse. Radiates again, ready to go. First he scans to see what's up. A lot of lurkers are on the side, fighters as well. The entire top side getting taken down. Lurkers are trying to protect, and they are doing so pretty well. Valkyries on the bottom right. Radiates from the top left. Drones burrowing up. Will they be in time? No, they won't. 41 left alive. He lost, I think, 24 of them? And most of them survived because they got pretty good upgrades at the moment. They got level 2 armor. They can survive pretty long. They can fire from those spores. Spores don't get upgrades. Goes in again. Time for round number 2. Radiates. This time around, Light does not notice until it is... Well, he's just in time. Just in time, but everything left and right is dying. Goes in again. Another Radiate. He didn't... Okay, he could have radiated, but, you know, so many things going on, just couldn't find the time to radiate. He still has more vessels, though. Goes in yet again with 5 of them. Arrives on the scene, ready to go. No energy, though, on any of those vessels, but he's gonna hang them there. They will soon have their energy for radiates. They're currently on like 60. Just sitting there. This is scary. They're just sitting there. More of them coming in over the top side. He's lost like 50 vessels, but he's been completely destroying the economy for the past 15 minutes. Goes in. Vessels are dying very slowly. More of them. He's got like 24 vessels on the map. This is just an absurd amount of vessels. Look at this. How do you survive this? More spores, maybe? I think more spores probably would help a little bit. Radius coming down yet again. On... Oh. And another wave of 7 vessels coming in. Oh my god. The drones can just never ever unburrow. They're just always burrowed. You cannot mine. Like, the drones aren't dying. They're just always burrowed. They're never ever mining. That is ridiculous. So, in the end, Burgersasu doesn't actually advance over this section. It's just that Burgersasu chokes the economy out completely by just flying the vessels into the back and hanging there and radiating one by one, flying all over the place, forcing the drones to never ever see the light of day ever again. So that was it for today. It was 2 games with Light against Burgersasu. Light put up a good fight, but Burgersasu was just absolutely in the zone, was on fire. He was on fire and showed up playing his best and took home 2 wins in a row.